Radiant team ban. NaVi's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Oh my goodness.
We got a game, bro.
Reserve
Time.
I'm trying to finish this gross-ass smoothie, but it's so painful.
Yeah, that's.
Radiant
I gotta
team
say, it
pick.
sounds like one of the worst smoothies I've ever heard of in my entire
It's like
life.
half of an apple, a load of spinach, and like 5 blueberries. And a lot of coconut oil. And so much spinach.
Oh, well, NaVi
10
again.
seconds remaining.
And what do we have here? So, NaVi versus the old
5
Finem
seconds
guys. They
remaining.
lost yesterday to. Who did they lose yesterday to?
Ad Finem?
Yeah, I think they lost to Secret and someone else.
NaVi's
Someone else good. I
turn
believe
Alliance?
Liquid actually.
Did they beat Alliance?
Yes, I guess. If they played, they did. They only lost to Liquid and Secret. Yeah, Liquid
Okay.
and Secret. So,
No, that was the first game we cast yesterday.
right. That's yeah.
Ad Finem's actually in
10
pretty good shape.
seconds
They're
remaining.
likely to make the playoffs.
Oh no, that was Finem and someone else.
5 seconds remaining.
No, we did cast Ad Finem in Alliance, and Ad Finem did win. I see it here.
Reserve
What?
time.
Are you sure? Oh, that was near the end of the day. That was,
Was
our,
it-
like last game. Yeah,
Oh, was
yeah.
it? Well, was it our last game? Did I transpose it?
That's what it was.
Oh yeah, it was Alliance Fantastic 5 first, and Alliance Ad Finem last.
Yeah,
My bad.
that's what it was.
My bad.
That was the IO. Yeah. Yep. That dope
Yep.
Darkseer game. The Iron Shell PA turnaround Warlock at the bottom. That was such a huge fight. Oh, that was a good game. That was a nice one. Good Warlock plays, but alas. So again, NaVi still very important. They start winning some games. They're now 1-4, much better than they were earlier, but still not ideal scenario in these groups. And then Ad Finem looking very solid, but they just want to keep going up. I believe would that, unless other games have happened, would that put them as the first team with 5 wins?
10 seconds remaining.
Would, right?
I think so. It's
5 seconds
see.
remaining.
yeah.
Assuming they win this, because I don't think Secret's played yet. So, of course, the game might be over before this is over, depending on where they're playing. I don't know what
NaVi's
series are
turn to
going on at the same time. There's too
No,
many
I-
games, guys.
I think you're right. Actually, I just checked, and no, there's Alliance is the only potential one, but they have a 2-3 record, so they have played 5 games, but it's a pretty
there you
split
go.
deal. How did Vega end up
10
2-3
seconds
yesterday?
remaining.
The few games that we saw, they looked pretty good. They destroyed the
5
one game,
seconds remaining.
Yeah.
and I think they won both games that we cast yesterday, didn't they?
I don't recall, to be honest
Yeah,
with you. A lot of games.
Yeah, they beat us. Yeah, they beat Escape and they beat NaVi. And we
Well,
remember the
Radiant
NaVi
team
game. That
back.
was cheese and crackers. That was the Dendy Storm game.
Yes.
So,
That was sad life. So, here we are.
Drow Ranger. All
Yeah.
right. OD banned out by Ad Finem. They're thinking. They saw that last game. They know what's going on.
Yeah, and this was 2-3 pick from NaVi. So we talked a lot
NaVi's turn
earlier
to
and
ban.
yesterday just about how Warlock is so good up against the Drow lineup. So if you pick Shadow Demon first, and then they go Drow Warlock, then you don't have the Warlock for yourself to grab, obviously, but then you just go Shadow Demon strats and go with the Luna. So they're
Radiant
going...
team ban.
You could imagine like a Juggernaut kind of a style where you just go SD Jug to start off, and he's a better split pusher by himself, getting up into the Manta and then having like spin TP to escape and all those kind of shenanigans. But Luna's more like, all right, we're gonna fight you head on. We might aggro try into you. We might go like head on into your Drow Ranger. So you'd think NaVi probably wants to be ready for that. Chen or Enchantress could have been a nice combo too for Drow Ranger, just to like force split push and be like,
10 seconds
what are you guys gonna do?
remaining.
Race us?
5
Yeah.
seconds remaining.
Yeah.
Denny's hero is going to be
Reserve time.
interesting. They have the final pick on NaVi, and with the Drow Ranger add-on, that means that's when we get like the crazier kind of stuff. So Storm
Does-
Spirit or TA.
Wind Ranger?
Yep, Wind Ranger. Too,
Wind
definitely.
Ranger?
Yeah.
Dendy Wind Ranger?
It's possible.
Does he play Wind Ranger these days? I know, like, he
No.
has played it, but it's so out of vogue. Yeah, there were a couple. There were at least 2 games yesterday where Drow Wind Ranger were played. We casted one, and I think Secret played one in one of their earlier heats.
Oh, did they?
Uh-huh.
I didn't know there was another one. Ours
Yeah.
did not go well.
Ours did not
Wind
go
Ranger
well.
did not get the items.
Secrets did go much better, but, you know.
Yeah, no,
Been
it's that
hit or
kind of
miss.
stuff where you just like you have the final pick, you have Drow Aura, you get to
Yeah.
choose that perfect hero.
I'm not sure what build their Wind Ranger went, though. So, I mean, obviously, we saw the Aghanim's first attempt, and it was just way too slow.
Oh, there
but-
it is right there. Well, I'm going to take a look at the game. It looks like it was the game that actually beat Finem. I happen to have it on my screen.
Ah, there we go.
Let's see. He went for the he went for the eggs first. Eggs at 17, blink at 20.
Okay. I mean, if you get rotations and you get some power shot kills and you're knocking down towers, I think Eggs first is realistic. But those games where
Radiant
you're not getting
team
any
pick.
tower kills and you're the one getting killed, you're not finding any assists, and you're only farming okay, it's just so underwhelming at the speed that hero farms. But here we go. Oracle, hero we've talked a lot about. Ignored a fair bit. NaVi, pick it up alongside their Warlock. 3 ranged heroes
10
here.
seconds remaining.
Good way to start your Drow strat. I like it. I like the Oracle.
Interesting.
5 seconds remaining.
So up against Aluna, what is Oracle giving you right now that Avenge isn't?
Reserve time.
It gives you the freedom of mobility to keep right-clicking while you're being saved, like the false promise, whereas you think about swap, you're just getting like bailed out of the fight. You can like reinitiate, but it's not going to be as good as just being able to non-stop deal your damage, so
I think some of it
there is that.
could be Fate's Edict. I think having a disarm against Luna can be pretty powerful.
Plus magic immunity up against
Navi's
eclipses
turn to pick.
Yeah,
might be enough to save someone in that clutch moment.
that's true. And also with a Drow strat, you don't have to worry too. Like, you could put Fate's Edict on a Luna and then still, you know, kill her potentially. Dazzle now picked up for Ad Finem. I like this. We've seen Shadow
10
Demon Dazzle
seconds
quite a few
remaining.
times. We know it good and well at this
Beelzebub.
point. Yeah, it's pretty nasty.
5
Pew.
seconds remaining.
Pretty good tri-lane too. There is aggro tri-lane potential with these 3
Yeah.
heroes for Ad Finem for sure.
Reserve
Aura with
time.
Luna, sustainability with Dazzle, setup from Shadow Demon. You got Soul Catcher for extra damage. I mean,
Radiant
you can
team pick.
really put a lot of pressure on. So potential here. And hey, the puck. We saw a little Fairy Dragon action, a little Robin Goodfella.
Yeah, this is nice. They know that aggro try is almost guaranteed, I would say, from Ad Finem. I would be pretty surprised if they didn't. So
10 seconds
going to the Drow
remaining.
Ranger, it's really nice to have a puck. And that probably would have been banned out, I would say, if they
5
picked another hero
seconds
here,
remaining.
because puck is like the best hero at dealing with early aggression, people diving your towers, trying to kill someone like a Drow Ranger.
Reserve
Puck
time.
shows up, get a triple kill, and your mid game just got extremely difficult.
Mhm.
If that hero comes online earlier because of that aggression that you forced in. So it's going to be General's hero saved for last here. His Beastmaster's still in the pool. That might be the option here. But it does just mean that, once again, they should be able to set General up into something nice.
See what Ad Finem want to do to try to round out this draft here. They've got a great start, but what do they want now?
What are their
Mid and
mid-hero
off
styles?
lane.
We had the DP. So that
Yeah,
does for
DP could
Finem.
work with this. That's a lot of team fight, a lot of tower pushing. What's,
The Alchemist is like decent against Puck.
what else is particularly good against Puck? TA, I guess, the kind
is
of
like the
classic
dream.
counter.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it does work well with Dazzle, Shadow Demon. I think TA could actually be all right here. Warlock, kind of annoying. The DOT against Diffraction.
Jeez,
you know,
if they
it's-
went Slardar TA, that would be pretty dope.
Oh, man.
That's so much minus armor.
The question is, which one do you pick here? You know, which is more likely to be banned out? I think you pick the Slardar.
I would say so, yeah. Then again, if you pick the TA, then Navi might leave the Slardar thinking that they could get it for themselves if they wanted it for General.
Ah,
it
yeah,
has
that's
good mobility with the Puck too.
And you can always, you know, throw a curveball, depending on how scared they are of the Slardar. I mean, I think Sand King works. I was going to say something like
Navi's
Tide could
turn
work
to
pretty well
bat.
for Ad Finem here also. I think Tide against Drow strats in general, you've got a Blink Dagger, Gap Closer. He's pretty beefy, so he can sort of deal with the extra damage.
His
And of course
lane
he's got Big
status
Stun.
is
Yeah,
important.
yeah. He can farm Ancients, stack Ancients. That kind of plays nicely
10
with Luna.
seconds remaining.
That
But
is one
Sand King
problem with
works
Sand
too.
King though. His lane's pretty
5
bad.
seconds
Like,
remaining.
or sorry, I meant to say that's one problem with Slardar. Like in terms of like 1v1s, the
Oh.
Slardar matchups aren't very good.
Reserve
Whereas someone like
time.
Sand King, Tide Hunter, Axe,
10
or
seconds remaining.
who are also left in the pool, could like kind of dumpster slider. So if they did go
5
aggro try and they left the
seconds
slider and like solo safe lane, he's not gonna take advantage of it at all. Whereas
Radiant's
Sand King
team
can
down.
actually abuse that solo safe lane to get in. Yeah, there you go, like the axe ban, and then they go for the TA. It's perfect
NaVi's
because now the
turn
Sand
to
King
pick.
gets so much more farm out of the lane than a slider would, and he's gonna come online at the same time as a slider. And I would rather have a Sand King with a blink timer on the same as a slider. You know what I mean? Like this is very nice here from the side of Finem.
Yeah.
Nope, though. So like now,
Oh, I
with the
get it.
axe being gone, what can they match up against that Sand King 1v1 that's going to do well?
5 seconds
Yeah.
remaining.
And I think the other thing about Sand King here that's nice compared to the Tide Hunter that I was talking about is a spammable stun. That's something that this draft was lacking. And
That's
now
a
they have,
mid
like,
warlock.
reliable initiator. And my
That's
God,
a
you're
off
right.
lane puck.
It's a Dendi Warlock?
Must be. Right?
Couldn't it just... God, I don't know.
First thing I did was check to make sure they didn't disconnect.
I had a thought for a moment. Could it be Core Bane? Like, could they just be doing a dual, like, aggro off lane where it's like Oracle Bane off lane or something?
No.
I don't see why that would be good.
You would give the farm to a warlock over either of those heroes.
Yeah, okay, like a... But there's just no synergy
10
in any of
seconds
those.
remaining.
Warlock, Oracle, Bane, in terms of lane, none of those combos
5
really
seconds
have
remaining.
amazing lane synergy or anything. It is a Dendi Warlock.
General
This is a
Universe
curveball.
Dota.
Today, I got to the point where I just stopped asking if there's a chance it could be Core Warlock because we saw so little of
And
it.
how bad it did in the games when it was picked.
Yeah, that's true. Total number of player deaths by 25 minutes.
I like how you don't even say the first one because we both know.
0 to 4, baby. Tower denied. Yeah, I'm gonna say yes. TP's canceled by stun at 25. I'm always tempted to put 1 on that. I think it's probably 0, but for some reason...
Look at this, 8 tangos on Madara. Good smoke
Wow.
positioning here.
So is that a sign perhaps aggro try is going to be the name of the game? This is nutso. Look at these
30
guys.
seconds to battle.
Oh, art style. Oh, wrong neighborhood, friendo.
Oh, Sneko. He's going to walk into it. That's a disruption. Look at the Dazzle Heal Bomb. Look at this. Oh my god, dude. That was so much damage. At level 1, there are few spells that match the max Shadow Wave like that. That was crippling. Yeah, 4 times 80, dude. And look at this. Look at this warding right here. Spartan gets it up on top of the Roche. There's nobody there to scout it out. Oh, they pinged it. They saw it.
Yeah,
actually,
they had this
one.
ward down.
Oh, okay, very nice. This is great for NaVi.
Yeah.
They have a sentry already? Nope, not yet. Okay, so it's a dual off-lane Puck Bane. So I guess they just wanted the Bane to have a nice, like, kind of lane dominator support to go alongside the Puck so they can actually make a stand here, make sure General gets some kind of farm. And they'll commit to a 2-1-2. Dendi mid, very good against the TA. Remember we said Shadow Ward's annoying against Refraction. Well, we're going to see how annoying it actually is. And then up top it's going to be Skylark versus the Drow Ranger Oracle, who's already in a little bit of trouble here. Probably lives, but still a lot of right-click damage coming his way. Poor man's shield already paying off.
So this is interesting, right? Because they sent Skylark down bottom, as if like that was possibly where they were going to send him, and then... But with the way that it's set up now, with like the Bane being down here, you just like... obviously Sand King can't 1v2, so
Dude,
that's
is
not
TA
going to
dead?
work.
Oh, okay, he's going to get Tango.
Oh, close one.
You know, this reminds me of the TI5 qualifiers. The first time I ever cast with Gareth in Romania, casted a complexity game, and I saw Swindle play Warlock mid-core against a Puck.
Oh yeah,
against,
dumpstered
like,
him.
Freedom or FDL, and dude, it was not even close.
No.
For a similar reason, because what is you can't phase shift does nothing against this.
Yeah, exactly.
It just does so much damage over time, and it's a very similar concept to TA. Refraction is, I don't want to say a non-factor,
bottom lane,
but
heal bomb.
Art style, he might be first blood here. The right clicks, maybe a neutral deny. He's very low. He's actually going to survive through this. Luna comes in and does find the kill in the end. General now, he's in no man's land. He's going to have the orb up in 1. Lucent Beam, Shadow Poison starting to stack up. They will jaunt to it, makes it back to the river. Still, at Finem, we already saw the first blood. I'm kind of an idiot. But another kill from Adara. Very nice.
First blood post horn, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
The inaugural
or something.
proper first blood.
The other one was preemptive.
Yeah. But, I mean, TA, she's still getting some farm here mid against the Warlock. The pressure has been real.
This is interesting, though, because that exact build that you're talking about has kind of gone by the wayside. I even think that the core Warlocks, if I'm not mistaken, have been going for the points in Fatal Bonds. They're not going for this early point in the stats.
Well, get wrecked, because Dendi is level 3 with 2 points in Shadow Ward and stats.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. This is the old school that Swindles did. Like, this is the same build you would have seen back then, whereas some people are now going core lock without
Fatal
taking
Bonds.
the stats. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm really intrigued to see how this goes. I mean, I wonder how much of this is we have Drow Ranger, so this is possible. Like, I think that's what tips the scales to make this core lock mid work. Without that, I don't know that they try it. But we'll see. I mean, you can see the pressure that Thug's under. Once Dendi hits level 5, I think this gets a lot more difficult. The damage, pretty significant.
It's going to be a pretty quick game. I mean, Puck, Warlock, Drow. We ain't going late. Like...
That's a good point. They're either going to roll or get rolled.
General's farm becomes very important here, too. Just like, he needs to be doing stuff in this mid game to accelerate their team and put them into a spot to win this, whereas like he's up against a very tough tri lane. So, yeah, he has 2 last hits right now. Like, it's not exactly ideal. This Bane is just nice silence, though. I think save.
Yeah, Spartan's still pretty low down bottom. They find the kills. Oracle rotates. Sineko, the one that gets the last hit. Now the pursuit continues. Maybe next time on the run. Madara splits into the lane. Looks like they'll be all right. This Puck is not finding much farm, though. I mean, even though they're kind of trading blows, you know, getting a little kill here or there. 3 last hits on General right now.
Look at top lane now, though. Like, the Oracle rotates down, a single Burrow Strike on Ditch Raw, and he is in dire straits here.
Yep. Skylark's going to put a lot of pressure on. This is, if there was like 1 creep nearby, this would be almost a guaranteed kill. He's going to start taking tower shots now, and Skylark's probably going to have to back up. He's got a creep to drop aggro. Bring around the Rosie, Dit your rod.
Oh, he
tries
the bomb,
doing what he can. It actually works. He survives with 6 HP. He might be able to turn this back, but no! The Caustic, it'll finish him off. 40 HP left on Skylark, and he finds the solo kill. A heartbreaker for the Drow Ranger.
On the courier in parts of his ring.
And it was so close, too. Oh, Trent. That one was a heartbreaker for NaVi, I must admit.
Hey, man, that's the rotation,
Noble
though.
effort.
Sand King Dota, what a hero.
Seriously. It was so fast, too. You know, Oracle rotated. It was immediate.
Yep, 1 Burrow Strike,
up, Drow
cool down, Burrow Strike. That's great. That's very well played. Why the lane matchup is just as important as, like, you look at this lineup and how amazing Slardar would be with that minus armor and whatnot, but Slardar doesn't do that, that's for sure. That's never gonna happen.
No doubt. No doubt. Sinking just has so much more survivability. That's the other dynamic that you can never forget about. Even just later on, having Sandstorm and disjoint stuff and be elusive is also something that Slardar is lacking. Yeah, Sineko taking a fair bit of burst damage. Just look at that.
I know, nice use of the Caustic too. Like,
see ya, Oracle. He's out of regen. Like, down bottom now. Disruption, maybe next time. Heal bomb, they mistime it. General. Well done with the phase shift. Jaunts back to the orb and he'll be okay. Art style nearby. Looks like no kill will come out.
Yeah, disruption illusions. Just use those to toggle the nightmare. Easy.
Yep.
Hey, General gets a bounty rune. Nice. Some good gold.
I have to say here, Thug is handling himself very well under this pressure. Even though he's been taking a lot of damage, he's still 4 last hits up on the Warlock. I mean, it's a pretty even slugfest mid. It sort of feels like Dendi's dominating him, but you know, nobody's died. They're farming pretty well. This is scary if you ask me from the NaVi perspective. I'd much rather have a farming TA than a farming Warlock if they're pairing evenly.
And you think about how, like, this could be a bad matchup between the TA and the... oh my goodness, whew! And the Warlock. So, basically, like, he's keeping him super low, and as you said, he's still getting good lasses and stuff, but any sort of a rotation would be disastrous for Thug, right? Like, a single stun coming in with a sentry or whatever, and he's just dead, so... the Sand King pressure in the top lane, the fact that they've been forcing these, like, kind of weird dual lanes and whatnot, and, like, Bane and Puck now rotating towards the mid, maybe they can perhaps couple high ground and try something here. It's just like, TA is usually so much more susceptible to these kind of rotations and ganks, but it's too busy on the side lanes for Thug to have to really worry about it, so he can kind of chill this low.
Madara
has a haste
bottom, level 5. Oh, General actually taking a lot of burst damage here. Art Style nearby, but Madara's going in. He actually wants to try to make something happen here. A little miscoordination, and now General could be in some trouble. He's got the orb still. Also 6 stick charges, but Art Style now low on mana. Another Lucent Beam. Madara out of charges himself. Maybe next time.
Oh, Art Style! That was so sick. He waited for that. He needed one more stick charge to make that play.
Yep, Brain Sap just comes out. But oh, General actually dies to the creeps.
Is under attack.
Hero cart.
Nice, yeah.
But they also get the kill on Luna. Puck finished him off in the back line, so 1 for 1, kind of. I think that's an advantage for the Dire, no doubt.
Yep. Treads up on the Puck too. Overall net worth now just 200 some gold away from a Luna. Tri-lane, kind of looking like a failure down here.
Yeah, though at the same time, the Drow Ranger isn't really farming that well either. Look at her net worth. She's kind of par for the course, though. That might change here. Sand King getting turned on. Silence and slow. Burrow strike away. Dazzle with the grave. Not needed quite yet, but still nicely done on 70 HP. Skylark will live. Orb. Jaunt to it. Not going for it. But you're only with 31 last hits right now. Not amazing for 8 minutes.
No, that's true. He's getting punished pretty heavily. And he's out there. Yep.
Illusion.
So still a relatively low kill count here. I mean, not surprising for Ad Finem. They've got a lot of heroes that, you know, need some core items to kind of come online. Some key ultimates as well. Luna not even 6 yet. Shadow Demon sitting on 5. Dazzle 4. XP spread is fairly comparable, although TA has picked up a slight margin over Dendi. He's level 8 now, moving into the jungle. Taking that Radiant advantage here. Just killing out these camps. Very standard.
Smoke
some
play.
standard stuff here, Mop Packs.
They came over the ward down there, but Ditchera was he knew this was coming. Really well played by Ditchera.
Yep, good positioning, nice gust, keeps him safe.
Yep. The smoke gank avoided.
You know, Trent, can I tell you something that grinds my gears?
I'm so ready.
It grinds my gears when Dazzles don't get Poison Touch.
Really?
I like that Spartan has level 1 Poison Touch. I think it's worth a value point.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I don't like the 0-4-4 build. Oh, maybe next time, down bottom. Aggression here. Disruption only buys him some time, but it will not save his life.
How do you just not brain sap and then just steal the kill anyway? Like, I mean, I guess I know the mana cost, but how do you not give that to General, dude?
But again, it's a rotation bottom immediately. They push up top. Like, Ad Finem are doing a great job splitting the map, applying pressure all over the place. But is it just me, or does it... I feel like Ad Finem is really starting to come into a good stride here. You know, we cast a few of their games yesterday, but it seems like just... I mean, I've been casting this team now for the better part of a year, and it seems like they're making noticeable progression just in how they move as a team, you know, their efficiency around the map. I mean, look where Skylark is right now. You want to feel like this is risky, but he knows that this is, you know, relatively safe. He's still putting pressure on. Like, they're doing a really good job making the most of the map.
And he's been here, like, forever, too. Like,
yeah.
Just that smoke gank, and then he just pushed the entire thing up top.
Dude, it's 4-3, and they're just straight out farming NaVi right now. It's a 2K margin, XP and gold. But here we go. The rock gets dropped, hits on 3 heroes. Maybe next time, dropped low. Purifying Flames will start to tick him back up. Shallow grave from Dazzle, well timed as now Luna comes in, drops the Eclipse to save his good friend Shadow Demon as TA sets up a kill on the Bane in the back line. So it's a chaotic fight. Only 1 kill for Ad Finem.
Not good for Navi. Golem dropped, nothing done. That means the pressure's going to be coming on in. You have a Luna lineup with nothing to fear at this point. Puck is obviously not going to be into a Blink Dagger, so all General can do is split push and hope he can get up into that, so he's going to be the answer. And this way they'll have something that's not on a 160-second cooldown to deal with pressure coming in from the side of the Radiant. So there's an item on the courier. What's be it? Oh, it's just a single Wraith Band. Or rather a Band of Elven Skin.
Yeah. Ooh,
Maybe it was like Dragonlance or some shit coming in.
Skylark. Up top, he's got the calculator out. He's thinking about it.
Yep. See,
But he
that's
knows.
3 creeps is arranged. Yep.
He knows
Get out of my
Sineko's got a trigger finger. Stun. Oh, my.
That's understandable.
That was very close, though. That was... It looked like he was going to clip him just a little bit there.
That was mind games, dude.
Yeah, it really was. Sineko TP'd right away, and Skylark went in there thinking, well, there's no way he'd TP that close. He's not that crazy. It was really cool.
Blink, though. So Rainy looking to really get active until just like waiting for this blink there to actually be up on the Sand King. Yeah, reach that point. General getting a lot of farm down bottom though. He's actually close to his considering the scenario, I would say. But now that gap's starting to develop between Madara and our off-lane Puck. So things looking much better for what went down here on the bottom side for the Radiant. There was a little bit of that rotation again up top from one of the supports too, kind of drawing that away from our Luna, and then she got kind of left alone. So 4 heroes bottom for the Dire. They want to be active again, but there's no Golem ulti. So kind of unexpected, but missing some firepower.
Yeah, 42 seconds on cooldown, so it's going to be a little while before it comes up, though. Remember, same goes here for the Eclipse, though. It is a shorter cooldown. It'll be up in about 20. With that, NaVi just back on out. They see the rotations, and it seems like they were just hoping for a numbers advantage pick-off, not really looking to take a straight-up fight and knock down the tower. Bane is now level 6, so I think NaVi also just trying to capitalize on the Fiend's grip.
Yeah.
You know, set something up for the Drow.
Would have been a nice little play.
Too surprising. Dendi going for a Midas on the Warlock, it seems, which is surprising to me. You'd think that this lineup would want to come online a little bit earlier. You know, late game security is...
I think it's kind of like the, you need the levels and the Aghanims. It's like Invoker kind of, where like you can still do this early game kind of push where like you just go Midas, Ags fast. I hope he doesn't do the Midas pipe. I mean, there must be some theory crafting behind it, but I don't really get it, so...
I mean, the Midas pipe we saw the other day on Warlock yesterday made more sense. That was like against a Tinker, I think, wasn't there? Weren't there some other big magic nukers? Like this game, I think it's particularly bad. Like, yeah, there's Sand King, sure, there's Eclipse, but I mean, we've seen so few epicenters relative to how many Sand King picks we've seen. You know, epicenter is like really not the reason why you pick this hero at all anymore.
No,
so getting
it's a burrow caustic, baby.
Yeah, okay, there's still some magic damage there. Don't get me wrong, but you know, piping that is not really the same as like a pipe versus a Veno, you know, an AA, a Lich, you know, where it's a little bit more controlled and you know you're getting value out of it. Same against Luna, you know, you can kind of deal with that ult through positioning and creeps and, you know, summons and all sorts of other things rather than investing in a full pipe, I think. So totally agreed. I want to see the Ags. Based on how Dendi's done this, I think he's going to go old school. Ags Refresher, straight up. No mucking around.
I believe it is technically still more value out of the Refresher, right? Because Refresher gives you the double dump, so you get both stuns, and then you get the double golem, and their health isn't split. Because the health actually gets split in half when you Ags, right?
Yeah, you know,
or it's not quite in half anymore. It's not as bad as it used to be, but
I don't know.
The Ags is a lot more expensive though.
The Ags is all about the timing, I feel like. There's a certain point in the game where having 2 golems is just overwhelming, and the immolation aura is like... It's kind of like having 2 radiances, almost, you know, and you can spread it over the fight. Then there comes a point where, you know, 4 golems is overwhelming, and then eventually it's just nobody cares about immolation anymore. You can just right-click them down, and, you know, that's the point where pretty much you need to win the game as core Warlock, or you're just going to lose because you're just feeding golems over. So... That's why, to me, the Midas is like, well, you're already halfway to the Ags. Hopefully this works out. You know, it's all about timing. This is very precious.
Well, speaking of which, Smoke Gank, Warlock ulti, Courier
almost level 11, too. This is a tough time to fight. If only he could kill a creep. Read his home.
Arcel?
Arcel just walks right into it, but the Oracle saves him with False Promise.
He's got no mana, though.
Now the Rock comes down, connects on 4. Fatal Bonds come out as well, but will there be some follow-up? Luna drops the ult, gets the kill on Dendi. They won't be able to save their Shadow Demon. Sineko looking to TP home. They've got no stun. The 1-for-1 Shadow Demon for Warlock. Obvious advantage here for Finem, and it's not over yet. Thug need to take down Ditya. They'll interrupt the TP with the Lucent Beam, and it's a 2-for Bogo. NaVi lose 2.
Crumbling, dude. This is, I mean, last game they had that big synergistic draft. This one's just not, like, quite there. It's, like, missing out a little bit, it kind of looks like. But
Dire's bottom tower has
It's,
fallen.
I don't know. Don't quite know, Andrew. What do you think? Is it too late? Is it over?
We're 16 minutes in. I want to believe,
I
but
feel like they just, if they don't kill
It's-
this Roche, like, if they don't get a 3-man kill at Roche, or at least take the Roche to the Dire, I think they lost.
I mean, they don't have Golem, so it's going to be delayed, and it's so hard to take Roche against this team. They've got
They have
great team
Drow?
fight in the pit. No, but you've got
They
TA.
had TA traps.
You've got TA, dude. And then on top of that, they have good team fight for the pit. Like, you don't want to fight Luna with Eclipse in the Roche pit. You don't want to fight a Sand King with potential Epicenter in the Roche pit. Those are serious threats, man.
I think you
And
gotta
then
do it, though.
Yeah, I agree. I think you got to take some risk. Like, I like that TA just went straight Deso. Like, this is the perfect item here. This NaVi team is fragile. It's a relatively low armor lineup. It's an item you can use to just cripple them. And, like, they're shutting down the Drow lineup before it's even hits the first peak of the power curve, man. She's so under fire. She doesn't even have
Dire's
Dragonlance
middle
yet.
tower has fallen.
Like, that is the first key item that starts off the Drow strat when, like, 5-man becomes a reality, is the Dragonlance. Lets her sit a little further back, you know, it's a great stat item. You can hit that timing. NaVi has missed that timing. And now it's like, okay, Chaotic Offering, these things better be on point, Dendi. Like, this is... I think that's their saving grace. And there's a lot of eggs in that Warlock basket right now, considering he's, what, 35% of the way to eggs, something like that? That's pretty scary, if you ask me.
It's almost there, yeah.
Dragonlance Yasha up on Luna, meanwhile. I mean, Madara is just farming away. There's the Blink Dagger on TA. Snako breaks the smoke. Good positioning, but they find him, and they'll blow him up before False Promise can do anything about it. And are they going to find one more? General hiding in the tree line.
God,
He's
if
got
maybe
Blink.
next time I threw out that Shadow Poison right there, I probably would have lost my mind.
Oh, General actually reveals himself. He blinks in. He drops the orb. Why did he do that? General, come on, my man.
I guess just not anticipating that Skylark was still there.
Why did he orb aggressively like that? You know, he could have just blinked away. He could have TP'd home. He could have saved his orb to escape. You know, anytime you see a puck, use his blink, use his orb, and it's not to get away. You're like, all right, well, just kill him. I mean, what's he going to do? And that's
Where was
exactly what they
Skylark during that? Was he not in range of this ward, maybe? I didn't notice his positioning before the blink, to be honest.
I didn't really...
I mean, maybe he wasn't in that ward and he didn't see a threat in his mind, so he's trying to
Possible.
like, scout Roche at the same time.
Still a pretty YOLO play to use your orb like that.
yeah.
The blink I can understand. The orb is what I really questioned. Force Staff, though, up on the Sand King. Mobility here for Skylark.
Really nice to up against this Warlock draft and Puck draft, and just like, if either your Luna or your TA gets jumped, like, she has her own blink from Thug, but, you know, Luna not so much. You can use Force Staff to try and help her out if she's into some of those bigger ultis.
Structures are fortified.
I'm sure she is.
It's her style. She does like eclipses, so.
So H is up on Thug here. Second up on the TA. And the other thing that's scary is just how quickly this map is growing. You know, look at the gold graph. Yes, that Finem are winning fights, but they're also just farming the map better. You've got Luna clearing the jungle. You've got TA clearing Ancients. Like, NaVi can't really kill Ancients that easily, certainly not stacks. There's just a huge disparity in really every aspect of these teams' economies here.
Dire's middle tower
Another
is under
orb
attack.
forward. Art style destroyed by the TA. General needs to be a little bit careful. Oh, it's weaved. Never mind. I actually thought that was amp damage for a second.
I mean, we
Jesus.
thought maybe. It's damn close, to be fair.
It does look very similar. We've just seen a lot of Slardar.
It's true. Most picked hero.
Dire's top tower
Lots
is
of
under attack.
Slardar.
Lots of fishy heroes, you know? A little bit of Tide Hunter.
Except Slark, man. We've seen a little bit, but
Not enough. You know, you're feeling the
Dire's
Slark.
top tower
fishy out of water. I mean, Slark's one of those heroes that I love watching, hate playing, and hate playing against.
I ban Slark so my teammates don't pick it.
There you go.
Every game, my Slark gets 3 kills, and then he just goes like on the opponent's side of the map for the rest of the game and feeds 5 times and then flames the team. It's like every single game.
Yeah.
Just I hate having that guy on my team.
Yeah, I could feel that. I like good Slark players on my team because I know how hard it is to play against. Ditya Ra, man.
That's
They
just
knew he
sad,
was working
dude.
on Ancients. They've got a ward up top here. Or she blows. Art style now, getting clicked
Is he
down.
really gonna
leaves
get run
again. Oh, they've just got no way to get out.
It is just one after another.
He's gonna have to false promise here, and he doesn't.
Radiant's bottom
Oh
tower
my,
is
he
under
drops the
attack.
Fate's Edict, but it just doesn't matter. There's a huge spread of damage now across physical and magical. NaVi just getting picked apart. This could be another quick one here, Trent.
Radiant's bottom
It's certainly
tower
looking that way.
is
How much time
under
do we have left
attack.
on the Aegis now? 2 full minutes.
Oh wow. Okay.
Easy tower mid.
Dire's middle
Still have
tower
Eclipse.
is under
Still have
attack.
Epicenter.
I mean,
Level 2.
Radiant's
they
bottom
can
tower
almost chip
is
it
under
high
attack.
ground.
Glimmer on maybe next time. Yeah, this is over.
They'll probably respect the Warlock Golem in the choke point, and they'll probably just go for the outer tower first. Try to take the fight out of the base, but if you got 2 minutes on the Aegis, you've got Deso, like, you can...
They're gonna fish. Yeah, they're gonna be like, alright, if we see one person step up position near these creeps, like, we have illusions too, that's another good point. How do you clear illusions without Golem?
Radiant's
Yeah,
bottom
there you go.
tower
pretty scary.
is
Purge.
under attack.
Like, that's
I mean,
it.
look at just how fast this dies. They don't have a glyph. General comes in. He's trying to clear out these illusions, but he only gets one.
Dire's middle tower
The free
has
tier
fallen.
3 tower before this fight even really breaks out. If you're NaVi, you might be thinking about trying to make it go, but you don't want to drop
Like,
the golem on the
Dendi
Aegis
has
carrier.
the, like, wrap, and look where the positioning is too from Skylar.
Just look how fast Bane died.
Yeah. It's over. GG.
You need like a Dunzo button, dude.
Yeah. It's been a
But
lot of
download that
Dunzo.
video and play it after every one. Like games like this, there's like 20 minutes and it is Dunzo.
I mean, they can't take bottom tower. There's that.
Yeah, that is.
Dazzle's gone back. This is such a classic support maneuver. Where the support guy TP's like, no, I'll push the wave, guys. No, don't worry. I got it.
Radiant's top tower
I want
is
free
under
gold.
attack.
He gets it. Good job, man. Oh, look at that. Gets himself a ring of health working on that Aether Lens.
Here we go.
Oh, look at that. Yeah. Sees the puck orb. Time to go jump him. Can't quite get him, though.
Last outer tower here, Trent.
Dire's bottom
Dun,
tower
dun, dun,
is
dun.
fallen.
To rubble. Come on, Avengers. You are the A-team.
Good luck, Dendi. Alright, Dendi's just like punching waves mid. They know he's not even there.
Oh my god, there's a huge
Dire's
spider on the
bottom
wall.
tower is under attack.
It's no time for spiders.
I know. I'm gonna throw a book at it, I
Oh,
think.
blinked on top. Thug. Oh, I almost got him down.
Thug. Limited time on the Aegis, but he has a full Daedalus now. General in the back line drops the Dream Coil only on Spartan. They really hate Spartan this fight. The rock comes down as well, but he's just fine.
Doesn't even grave himself. What a baller.
Yara stays alive. He gets the false promise, but Oracle dies immediately to make it happen. And now the rest of NaVi just
the
getting
grave!
cleaned up. Spartan stays alive. Why did they pause it?
Seneko disconnected first.
Oh, I see. Okay.
God damn, dude. Did you see that grave?
Spartan held it for so long, dude. I gotta kill this thing. I'm sorry.
Dire's bottom
Well, game's
tower
over,
has
Trent.
fallen.
Damn.
Radiant
Alright, I'm gonna go say goodbye to my wifey. She's about to leave for work.
Okay. Hold on a sec.
Do I have to hold on a sec?
Just wrap. Just say a closing word about this game.
Closing. What is there to say?
I got fucked.
On him.
Well, Loda is now bottom lane as well, so
Yep. Now the
Imperial's
change
not
up.
going to find